Welcome back to Sports Overtime. Our guest, Matt Mitchell, the new head coach at Grand Valley, takes over for Chuck Martin this week. Congratulations on this opportunity. How big of a challenge is this? You walk into a place where winning, 121-9 in the last 130 games. Right. Winning's really the only option at this point.
There's high expectations at Grand Valley, but I welcome those. Like I've told a few people, I'd rather coach at a place where they have high expectations and the people are passionate about the football than at a place where 6-5 is acceptable. Mm-hmm. And I like that. I like the support that we get from both our fans and our alumni, and then the support we get from our administration for our football program. And I know they have high expectations, but we know that as coaches, and our kids know that, and we welcome those. We take them on head first.
Now, when Brian left and Chuck took over, obviously the cupboard wasn't bare. Right. Chuck leaves now. You went to the national championship game last year. What all do you have coming back? I mean, do you go in there expecting another run like this? GLIAC championship for sure. Are the marks always going to be that high?
They always will be that high at Grand Valley. Our first goal is to try to win a GLIAC championship. We feel like if we do that with the format of the Division II playoffs, that we can get a bye and host some home games. And I've been around here when we've hosted some home games in West Michigan in December, and it's not real friendly. Mm-hmm. So we're going to keep continuing to try to do that. The cupboard is definitely not bare from a recruiting standpoint. We have good talent in our program. We've got to continue to develop that. But I've been around here, like I said, for 6 years and have a hand in that. So I know our kids. I know what they're good at and what they can do. And we've got some guys coming back on defense. And we have, if you go tight end to tight end, we bring back 6 of our 7 guys on the front. So they're going to have to carry us a little bit while we kind of break in a new quarterback and some new skill players.
And that's fact of life from college. You only get those quarterbacks so long. It's not like you got Peyton Manning for life as the Indianapolis Colts. Right. What is the biggest challenge for you now? Is it just adjusting to wearing the CEO hat?
No doubt. I've kind of been locked in a room as the defensive coordinator, game planning, and I've been over on the east side of the state recruiting, and so now things change, like doing things like this, and my role is definitely going to be different as I move forward. But at the same time, I'm still going to stay coaching defense, and that's what I know. I'm not going to make the move. Brian made the move to offense, and Chuck made the move to offense. That's not who I am. I'm going to stay on the defensive side of the ball, and I've got to trust the rest of our assistants to get the job. But yeah, it's going to be different, Jack. There's a lot of different things I'm going to have to do that I haven't done before. But the good thing is that I've been an assistant underneath Chuck now for 6 years, so I kind of get a little bit what goes into it here at Grand Valley.
How much do you pick his brain now? Are you on the phone with him constantly? Hey, what about this and that?
I pick his brain a lot. We had a pretty lengthy meeting as he was kind of heading out on some things, and download some files off his computer, stuff like that. But, we talk. We're good friends, We talk quite a bit. We've talked already a couple times today, and we'll continue to talk. I know things are going to get really busy for him and me, but there'll still come some times when I'll need some help on some things, so that I'll give him a call and he'll be there.
I know one of the things that kept being brought up throughout this is the fact that Tim Selgo, the man who hires you, is also your father, or your father-in-law.
Yeah, yep.
Does that make it difficult? Did it make it more difficult for you to get this job?
I believe it did. And that's fine. I understand like everybody wants to talk about that, and I'm with that. Most of the time, in my opinion, the things that come with that are all kind of about what happens if I don't succeed. And so I don't spend a ton of time thinking about that. I think people know that I was there and I was working and helping win national championships at Grand Valley before I ever met my wife. And then also, I got hired based on my body of work I've done as a recruiter and as a coach there. I didn't get hired because of my relationship. And if people think that Tim Selgo or the administration of Grand Valley hired me because of that relationship, then I don't think that that's not true. It's about what I've done in the past.
You can't think about what if things go wrong.
Right.
How much does it help you keeping things going in the right direction? The fact that most of the staff
100%, that's the best thing right now, and that's the best thing for us. I tell a lot of time we have great facilities, Grand Valley, great support, but people win you football games, players and coaches. And I have some great coaches, and we've got some great people in our program. And the fact that we can keep the bulk of those people together, both coaches and players, it's going to help us a ton. When our guys show up here again and we start going through spring practice, inside zone's still going to be called 26, and it's all going to be the same stuff. We're not going to change a ton. There's going to be some wrinkles there just based on my personality, but everything's going to be flowing in the same direction. So I think the transition will be pretty seamless, as if, a little bit different than 2004 when Brian went to Central and Chuck took over. There's a pretty good chunk of coaches that went with Brian. We don't have that as much in this transition. I think that's going to help us.
Last thing, we're right into the thick of recruiting season.
Right.
I'm a prospective recruit. Why should I come play for you?
Because we have great tradition at Grand Valley. You know, like I said, we're 121-9, appeared in 6 national championships. We've got 5 straight GLIAC titles. Nothing's going to change, and we have our places and pieces to continue to keep doing that. And you know, for us, the tradition of Grand Valley is going to sell itself no matter who's at the helm. And for people to know that, I know how that has been developed through our alumni and past coaches. For recruits, them knowing they're going to come into a situation we have high expectations, I think that's the best thing about Grand Valley is our tradition.
All right, Matt, all the best.
All right, thanks, Jack.
Yep. Thanks for coming in.